Well, I'm at Apache Wrecking Yard today. I had to come back and get some more parts off of a car. And you remember the 62 Chevrolet that I mentioned that I got the brake drums off of? It had been rolled over, and anyway, it was a solid rust-free car. I came back today and I got a few more odds and ends off the car. This is it. See, it flipped over. These are the parts I got, the odds and ends. Most of it I hand chiseled. This car had a solid floorboard. Look at the rockers and stuff. Had a solid floorboard and trunk floor. So I hand chiseled it out. Look at this. I don't need all this metal for my 63 Chevrolet, but they sold it all to me for 75 bucks from the front seat all the way back, the floor pan. And it, like I said, it's really, really clean. It was a pretty tore up car before I got a hold of it, but I didn't help it any. I also needed that lip that went along the trunk, so I chopped all that out. Boy, they could have put that in there a little bit easier.
Still working on it?
No, y'all fixing to crush it?
No.
Yeah, I'm just filming it. Yeah, it busted the rear axle in the wreck when it flipped over. Yeah, I wonder what happened to the brake drums off this car. Let's look around this yard some. There's a few other scab 63, well, not 63, but a couple of 64s that I've been getting parts off of. There's not much left of them. There's this one of them though, even though there's not much left on it, it seems like every time I come out to it and I need one part or a couple of parts, for some reason it happens to have that very part that I need. It's amazing. I had a 64 Chevrolet Impala and I needed a heating and air conditioning wiring harness for it. And somebody had gotten all the wiring out of this car, but the one harness that they had forgotten was the one that went from the heater controls over to the blower motor and stuff like that. This is it. Oh man, I forgot a part that I wanted to bring out here. I wanted to check and see if something fit on it. Old Oldsmobile station wagon. But see, its trunk floor had some rust in it. And even this metal around here has got some bends and hickeys in it. Here's another 64 Chevrolet I've gotten some parts off of. Not much left of it. There's a 64 Chevrolet down the road that I got the front brake drums off of. It has a lot of parts left on it. It hasn't been in the yard long, and the front floor pan is just as solid as it can be. They told me they wanted 150 bucks just for that one little panel, and I'm like, I don't think so. I don't even know for sure if the front floor pan is rotten on mine or not. Sadly, these won't be much longer and they'll be crushed. Not much left to get off of them. Plenty of Corvair parts if anybody wants them. 54 Chevrolet. Wow. I also need another slave cylinder for that 63 Impala. It's leaking a whole bunch. old Pontiacs. Wonder what if this thing even has a slave cylinder on it. No, it'd be entirely different if it did. There's an old Plymouth. Looks like somebody needed some metal off it. I believe that's a 58 Oldsmobile. It's another 62 Chevrolet. It's been a long time since that's been on the road. It's got some decent metal, but not really that good. '48 Cadillac. There's a Pontiac. '59 Ford. '58 Edsel. '59 Chevrolet 2-ton truck.